Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dustin Cronin, and I am the president and founder of Creating Connections Piece by Piece. And I am an individual who lives with autism who aims to help other folks communicate with other individuals on the autism spectrum. And this is part 4 of Disclosing Your Disability to Your Workplace Employer. And in this video, I'm going to share my experience working on the grill at Whataburger. So, when I was working on the grill at Whataburger, they had a screen up at the top, and anytime a customer ordered a number 1, I put 1 meat down. Anytime a customer ordered a number 2, I had to put 2 meats down. Anytime a customer ordered a number 3, I had to put 3 meats down because the number 3 is the triple and the number 2 is the double and number 1 is the single. And it was that way when I had to make a patty melt, which was 2 meats. I'd have to put 2 meats down for that, and for the A1 thick and hearty, it was 2 meats as well. Or the green chili burger, it was 2 meats also. And then I would have to drop green chili and run to the freezer next to me. And we had lunch hours, which they called them our peak periods, which our lunch hour was 11 to 2 p.m. and our dinner hours were 4 to 6 p.m. And they called them our peak periods. And during our peak periods, we would have about 100 customers or more, or maybe even 200 customers during our peak periods, and we would be super busy. And I had a full screen of meat, and say I had to drop maybe like 200 meats or on the grill, and I had to make the meat fresh. I could not overcook the meat, and if they were running low on bacon at the makeup table, which you can either call it mutt, and if they called it down and they let me know they were running short, I would have to drop it down some bacon. And I would also have to make some gravy. And I would also have to cook the grilled chicken if they ordered it. And as far as the grilled chicken or the meat, it also could not be raw either. It has to be cooked all the way. It cannot be under or overcooked. So, when I had to cook the meat or the grilled chicken, there was one time where I first was working the grill, and one time when I was making the grilled chicken, I thought it had cooked all the way. I didn't set the timer quick enough whenever it cooked. So it was a little undercooked, and I took it out maybe a little too early because I was trying to take it out because I didn't want it to overcook. So a customer brought it back and said it was raw, so I had to cook another one and start all over. And there was another time where a customer brought back the meat where I overcooked the meat. They said the meat was too black, and I accidentally served an old meat, and it was old meat, and they complained that it was too cold. So I had to remake it fresh, and the managers got upset with me. They said, "Don't make the meat too black," and the reason they did that was because people can get sick from that. So I was running back and forth, trying to get the orders out as quick as I could, because the orders had to be out under 5 minutes, each order. So I was hopping around, and I was moving my hands really fast, and I was basically ended up throwing the meat on the grill, and I was having trouble staying calm, and I was getting too overwhelmed because it was a big rush because customers were lined out through the drive-thru, and the drive-thru was real busy all the way, nearly almost all the way around the store. And then there were customers out the lobby that were standing from the register all the way out to the door. The lines were super long. And I had trouble staying, and I was I started to feel rushed and I was feeling overwhelmed, but I didn't want to tell anybody because I felt like I had to learn the grill just like I had to learn the drive-through and the front end register to be able to move up to management. So I didn't want to tell them that I was overwhelmed because I was afraid they would pull me off and not give me a chance to learn everything in all the other stations and just keep me on the fry station or doing maintenance, and I wouldn't have the opportunity to move up to management or get any other benefits or sick pays or vacation pays that was offered in the management position. So what I probably should have done was, if I was so overwhelmed, I should have let them know that I couldn't handle it and they wouldn't have put me over there. They could have had other things for me to do, like keep me on the fry station or doing maintenance. And it's also the same with the drive-through as well. And I didn't want them to know that I had autism because I was also afraid they would not give me a chance. Like I mentioned in my other videos, I did not want them to know I had it because I was afraid I wouldn't have a fair opportunity or a fair chance to move up. So, but what I did learn is that working the grill or working the other stations, the mutt or the drive-through, can be very hectic. But the fry station is the least hectic. So I will get into all my other experiences later on in the other videos that I make or any future videos. So I also want to advise, and I also want to tell you, and I also want you to know, for any of you who do not want to disclose your disability to your employer, I am not suggesting any way that you should be required, and I'm not going to tell you that you have to do it, but I will tell you this though. If you choose to hide your disability, and if you do hide it and they put you on the drive-through or they put you on the board, or whatever you want to call it, mutt, makeup table, or they put you on the grill or put you on the register, you will be held to the same standards as anybody else. Or if you move up to management, you are going to be held to the same standards as everybody else, and they will be a lot harder on you, and they will put a lot more pressure on you. And if you don't want that kind of pressure put on you, and if you don't want them to be real hard on you, and if you don't want all that, then you need to disclose your disability to them and let them accommodate you, because there's other stuff they can accommodate you. Doing maintenance, they could have you clean trays, wipe down tables. They can also have you clean the bathrooms or do any kind of maintenance. Or if you're feel up to it, maybe even do the fry station. Unless you want them to accommodate your hours, but if you work the fry station, you can't leave till the next person gets there. So I will get more detailed later on in future videos, as I was saying. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and click like or subscribe if you like the video, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. And if you have any other questions or anything, please feel free to put it in the comment box, and hope everybody is having a wonderful day.